I gotta say, day 34 was pretty difficult. We did a quiz game with tkinter using an API, and there was a lot of reconfiguring from day 17 in code. It doesn't do exactly what it's supposed to do, but I'll show you what I've done. So there's two key things here. You'll see a day 34 answer because there was a bug that I was trying to find that had something to do with the text not showing up on the canvas. What I was doing is I was creating a label and two different canvases so it didn't load correctly. But as you can see, there's an images folder that has the false and true button image. There's some data, which is some dummy data. There's a main file. There's the question model that it didn't change very much, actually not at all. The quiz brain, which is the class for each of the questions, next questions, etc., and checking the answer, and then the UI. So this UI was the main meat of today's lesson. She wanted us to create a class that created the UI. So previously we just used code to create the UI in the main function. In this case, we are using a class called quiz interface and calling it within the main file. It initializes itself with the passing of quiz brain, which I can go over, but it needs to be this type. If it's not that type, it would throw an error. So it initializes itself, saves the quiz brain, and then it starts creating the tkinter window. It's titled Quizler, has some padding and theme color. It has 4 different sections, a score label at the top, the canvas question, which is a white block with padding, and the text that goes over that white block called question text. And then there's 2 buttons below that. One is the image of true and the other one is the image of false. So since this is a tkinter, it will need to loop and it will go over the window every couple of seconds. We have 3-4 other functions here. Their purposes are to check to see if you clicked on the false button and it calls check answer. So when check answer is called, it says check the answer, the user's answer, and see if that was the correct answer. If it is, get the next question. And when it is getting the next question, that last function there, we had some debugging to see why the question wasn't loading, so that's not necessarily needs to be there anymore. I'll remove that later. But essentially it takes the quiz and checks to see if there's any questions left. So you'll see that we've modified the quiz brain to reflect that. Then it'll say q.text is equal to self.quiz next question. So it replaces the text with the next question and prints it out for debugging. That's another thing that we can remove. And then it updates the canvas with that new text. Again, this is for debugging, and if else, it means that there are no questions left. Going over this file, I think I found the bug. Our bug is that the canvas doesn't change colors if we get it right or wrong. You can also see that, like I said, if there were any questions left, it's not actually there. Not much has changed here though, so I think that's what we might be missing. Here's the other piece, is we've taken away a lot of the debugging. So we have, a blank question, the database, and then it creates each question and creates a quiz brain and calls the interface. So if we play or run this, you'll see okay, let's try this again. You'll see it showed up behind here, right? So we've got this score that doesn't change. We have the question text. And do we think that Roller Coaster Tycoon 1 and 2 were developed by Chris Sawyer? Sure. Oh, darn screen. Hey, it's working now. That's great. I see the problem. I had the answer open. So here's what we have in Quiz Brain. main file, we have used this API URL with parameters, 10 questions. We have raised the status to check to make sure that stuff comes in, and it will print out an error if it didn't. Then it says get questions, so it loads the questions into the question.data, and then again we have used that to append the questions to our question bank and pass that to the brain. So this is how it was supposed to work. What we have working is slightly different. As you can see, it doesn't change colors, and it does update the score. Let's close this out and try to run this correctly. How many times did we try this? Okay, let's try this again. So you can see, right? It doesn't change colors. It also doesn't give the question number. It also doesn't, well, I guess it does give you the score. And it goes to the end. Not bad, huh? So we've learned API calls. We have learned how to troubleshoot TK-inter interfaces. And I hope that you try.